What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, before we go ahead and hop into this commentary, I just want to take a quick second to thank each and every one of you guys for showing the support that you do on this channel. Going ahead and subscribing, leaving likes on the videos, or just simply watching the videos in general. To know that you guys enjoy this content just as much as I do, because, that's the whole reason I love making content. I enjoy my videos, I enjoy the craft, I enjoy making it, I enjoy the process, and to see that you guys enjoy it as well just means the world to me. So, thank you guys for all the love that you showed to me. Now, today, we do have to take a second to talk about Call of Duty. Now, this topic branches out a little bit further. It branches out to other games as well, but it's something that's going to be affecting the next Call of Duty entry in the whole franchise, and maybe even the future of all the, entries into this franchise as well. Now, I know a ton of you guys probably don't want to go ahead and hear this, especially if you're clicking on a Call of Duty video, but trust me, it has everything to do with what's going on with COD current date. Now, in Overwatch 2 right now, there is a massive problem going around in that game, and that is you are required to give out your phone number if you want access into that title. Now, there's a lot of problems that I have with this, which I will go ahead and speak about later, but one of the biggest issues is also some individuals don't have these, name brand phone plans, They might have something like Cricket or, any other plan out there, but because they're not a part of some massive billion-dollar name brand plan, something like, Verizon or T-Mobile, something like that, since they aren't a part of something like that, they can't get into the experience because apparently, Cricket isn't worthy to be, a phone plan. Now, I do understand that this rule is coming from, a good heart for a lot of people. They want to go ahead and make sure that it's not a lot of people who are able to cheat within these games because if they have their phone number, it's a little bit harder for them to, get another account very easily. And also at the same exact time, it will prevent people from making Smurf accounts, which are basically accounts to get you into bot lobbies. You see a lot of people in Call of Duty, doing this nowadays, getting bot accounts to go ahead and get into bot lobbies. Well, if your phone is on the same account, you're probably not going to be able to make another account. So it's going to be some issues running right there. Now, of course, there's easy workarounds, if your girlfriend or wife, children, whoever has a phone number that they're not using for any of these games, you could just pick that up and make another account to Smurf with. But the whole idea here is that, they're going to constantly try to find these Smurf accounts. They're going to ban these Smurf accounts. And at a certain point, it's going to be impossible to get that many phone numbers. You're going to have to just basically give up and just play regularly like everybody else. So I do understand where they're trying to come from at least the developer's mindset. I get the whole drive behind what they're doing here. But there are a ton of people out there who don't have these phone plans, which means they won't be able to experience any of these games that have this phone number barrier in front of them, like Overwatch 2. And the worst news is that this system right here, as you can see right here in this tweet, is coming into Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Honestly, I'm not really shocked because, it's Activision Blizzard. They might have Overwatch 2, but they're also over there making Call of Duty. Same exact name. So clearly, if they're going to implement the system into Overwatch, they're going to definitely 110% implement the system into Call of Duty as well. Very disappointing news here because, a lot of people are not going to be able to witness, nor will they be able to play the brand new COD title. They're going to be completely pushed out of the group here. And this will be the first time ever because this has never been an issue. It's really sad because gaming used to be about everyone. Gaming is a community thing, It's not just about solo players going in and being pub stomp lords, No, it's to socialize, enjoy something with your friends, your family, or even find friends while playing online. That's what it's always been about, and it should always be about that as well. But with this being implemented, it's going to take a ton of people's freedoms away from being able to access some of these games. And the funniest part about it is that this game isn't even free. Call of Duty isn't a free game. So if you cough up $60 on this game and you don't know about this system, you won't be able to play online. Imagine going to GameStop and, I don't know, you're a parent or something, you don't play any games. You're buying this game for your kid because, they've been begging you for COD for ages now. And you don't have any of these phone plans, but it's not going to tell you on the case that, oh yeah, in order to play online, you specifically need a phone number in order to access the game. No, you're going to have to find that out afterwards. Not everybody follows social media. Not everybody's watching YouTube videos or checking Twitter and stuff like that to see what's going on with these games. They're just going to go out to the store, see a new Call of Duty game, say, oh, yo, this person might like this. They buy it, and now they can't even access it into the multiplayer. And guess what? You're either going to have to go back and sell it to GameStop for like, $10 when you already paid $60 for it, or you just chalk it up, and if you bought it on PlayStation or Xbox, the Microsoft or PlayStation Store, it's an L for you already. They're not going to refund your money. But honestly, in my personal opinion, it gets worse than just not allowing people to play the game. I am not comfortable with them requesting my phone number out of this title. And it sucks because I already did it with Overwatch 2, and sadly, I'm going to have to do it with Modern Warfare 2 as well. I'm a content creator. I just got to suck it up and do it so I can go ahead, play the game, and find new topics to go ahead and discuss with you guys. It is what it is. But I don't like the breach of, my security. I know dang well this isn't, up to the developers. The developers, like I said, are probably having a kind heart about it, and they want to implement this system to prevent cheating and also smurfs. But at the same time, you got to think this is all about Activision. They probably go out and sell our information 24/7 with all of this nonsense. I just personally think it's ridiculous that, like I said a little bit earlier, gaming used to be for absolutely anyone. All you need is the console. That's it. You go out, you have your console, and you get to look through hundreds, if not thousands of different games. You choose your option, you go back, you put it in the console, and you play it. You know what I'm saying? If it had online, well, if you have internet, then you can play online. There you go. It's literally so simple. Even back in the day on like PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, that's one of the main reasons why I didn't get that console, back when I was a kid, is because of the fact that you had to pay for your online. I never got the concept of that. And then obviously PlayStation 4 came out with the whole, system just like Xbox. And then I just never understood that. That's why I like PC right now, because I never understood having to pay for my service. It's getting better now, don't get me wrong. Nowadays you get a bunch of free games, you get free content, so the membership is kind of worth it. But back then they were literally charging you to use your internet. Crazy to think about. But as I was saying, that's all it took in order to play a game back in the day. Nowadays, they're going to have everything up their sleeve. What's next? Do they need a DNA test? Are we going to have to get lab results in order to play these video games? Are we going to have to, is it no longer going to be midnight releases when we can play a game? Are we going to have to submit crap to labs, and they're going to have month-long, test sessions to figure out if we're worthy enough to go ahead and play their game or not? Because honestly, that's where it seems like we're heading right now. Again, knowing Activision, I don't trust them with that much information. It's bad enough as it is right now that I'm getting spammed every 5 seconds from, these telemarketers trying to sell me a bunch of crap. And I barely even have my phone number out there in the first place. I'm very, not extremely hefty when it comes to security, but, I'm very watchful about where I put my stuff, when I put my stuff, and who has my stuff. So I don't really put that much information out there, but I still, somehow, some way, get my information out there enough that people can constantly snag up my phone number. It's insane. And I guarantee playing these games is definitely contributing to my phone blowing up from these callers. You know what I'm saying? It definitely is. Could you imagine? Do you know the database that these publishers have on all of us right now? Do you know how many people were playing Overwatch 2 day one? And you can't get access to that game until your phone number is established into the network. The number of phone numbers in that list is just unimaginable right now, and people out there want that list, whether it's for bad reasons or just, obviously, just try to sell you crap and finesse you, whatever the reason is, it still shouldn't be out there to the world, but somehow, some way it's slipping, or they're selling it. I don't know what's happening, but I don't feel comfortable with these big corporations asking so much from their community. It's a video game. Why do you need, 10,000 bits of information, my 10 points in my ID? It's like I'm going for a freaking driver's license or something here, but I'm playing a game. There's no need for this crap whatsoever. And it's only going to destroy the reputation of these games further and further. I know people out there who will gladly skip out on the next COD game because they don't want to give out their phone number. And, not everybody's going to, obviously, it's still going to sell like insane numbers. It's not going to take everybody away, but it's definitely going to be some pullback here and there. And also, some players can't even get into the experience. So you're basically pulling up the middle finger to a bunch of your audience. And it's not even because you're pushing it to next gen. It feels like, okay, you know what? This game is going to be absolutely absurd, insane. But the only way we can release it if it's just completely next gen. I'm sorry, last gen players, but you're out of the picture here. It sucks. It really does suck. And at this point in time, it shouldn't be that way because it's so hard to get new consoles. But at a certain point, whether it's a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, at a certain point, it's going to happen. They're going to cut it. It's just something that we expect. But this right here is not something we expect. We don't expect them to put forth a phone number barrier that can't even be accessible if you have the wrong plan. That's just a complete 180. You're now pushing into these people's personal lives, and you're putting them in a spot saying, okay, if I want to play this game, I need to go and completely rework my whole phone plan, all the people who are on it, find, a new company and get to it. It's like, why are you putting anybody through that type of stress right now, especially during these times? But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. Bums, I hate it. Leave a dislike. Also, for brand new enjoy the content, if you're subscribing, hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's 2 ways to do so: Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch. Link that's in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you all next one. Peace out.